Hello, friends, and welcome to the D-Pad. It's Wednesday, I'm Jeff, and that means it's time for more Pokemon Platinum Blind Nuzlocke. Hello, everybody in the chat. Alex Britt, Krem Goblin, nobody, basically C-Dude, the Golux, and other people. Zaza, hello, everybody who's coming in at this point. I kind of had a long pre-roll because we're starting up right at the moment where we're about to jump into whatever the hell this is. Oh, I have... hold on, this is going to annoy me the whole stream if I don't fix it. God damn it. Alright, whatever. Truthfully, one day I'll be a big boy and upgrade to a green screen that I can put behind myself so I can have fun backgrounds or superimpose myself onto the screen or something. But yes, not to belabor the point, we're on the top of the spear pillar. Some things happened. The bad guy's plan has seemingly come to fruition, and we're about to jump into whatever this breach is. There was a mysterious, shadowy, terrifying Pokemon that seemed to emerge, but only halfway into this world. And I guess we're about to jump in and see what happens. Our crew is, you know, topped up and pretty much ready to go. I haven't given them ethers or anything like that, but they at least have a couple moves left. Actually don't know if I talked to any of these people last time. That shadow, what was it? Big scary Pokemon. Master Cyrus? Where did he go? Into the breach. Are you ready? We have to chase Cyrus. Okay. It is time. Whoa. Where the fuck are we? Oh my gosh, it's Linda Wendy. Hi, Lindy. I think Dave refilled them. I can't remember if it was... I think that was before the battle with Mars. But like I said, they should be mostly topped up, if anything. And I do have items, so... This place. Can you feel it? There are no Pokemon here at all. What? Time isn't flowing, and space isn't stable. A world where the rules are broken. So cool. A space one might call the Distortion World. Alright, I mean, I guess if you're just going to coin the term and go with that, that's fine, but sounds cool enough. And yeah, we've had a couple of Lindsay sightings in Twitch chat lately. I think she was very much enjoying watching Dave die over and over again during the course of his endless Elden Ring stream. Let's find Giratina. We needed to stop the spreading distortion at the spear pillar. Hey, it's the sound from the start screen. That was Giratina. We have to hurry. If something's not done, the distortion will swallow not only our world, it will overwhelm the Distortion World. Where there's nobody and no Pokemon and nothing? Okay, well... I wonder if there's Pokemon around. No idea what's going to show up in here, but Slashly in case we run into a catchable one, because we still do have... Or wait, did we take off? We do have False Swipe, okay. Yeah, a 6-hour Pokemon Platinum stream. I'm pretty sure that would finish the game if I'm not mistaken. Oh, also she did say there's no Pokemon, so... Oh. Oh, I am also using a repel, I guess. What's this? Nope, guess not. Yeah, I'd be going back through the breach to grab a rope and a ladder. This rock slab. It appears to move if you step on a certain spot. Like the thing in the middle. How did you know that? Oh no. You're taking care of animals you're allergic to, Lindsay? Oof. Will we get to see Giratina if we keep going down? In the Distortion World, are we really traveling downward? Okay, I guess we're going this way? Hey! It's Mesprit. Hi, Mesprit. Wait, come back. Aw. Why? I do really like this sideways. Whoa. Okay, that's cool. What? What is this, Fez? That it does look a little awkward with my little tiny, like, character model just kind of being like, but still. Pretty dope, and honestly really cool for, you know, the amount of technology at play here. Okay. Hey, look, it's tiny Cynthia off in the distance. Boop. Oh, now we have choices, I see. Or that is... Okay. Could I have gone up, though? Aha, I guess. Oh, this kind of looks like the right way. Or not? Well, this is certainly a lot. Oh, I have to wait for it to go all the way back. Oh, is there really nothing to be gotten here? And I would assume there's no secret, like, hidden items as well. Can I go this way and then... Alright, I guess I have to go back here. And then, yep. Hi, Cynthia. The legend of Giratina has been all but forgotten to a few. But to a few. The legend told of a world on the other side of ours. This world. Why does this world exist? Why is Giratina here all alone? There's so much that can't be explained. But we have things to do. Let's split up. We have to find the right way. Oh, I guess I'll go this way then. Okay, that's not anything. That's not anything. Okay. Hey, Artemu. Oh, and absolutely. By RPG logic, there are treasure chests everywhere, including the moon, including newly made worlds, including, you know, places people have never been to. Okay. No. I guess we're supposed to be going down. That was what Cynthia said initially. Oh. Right. It's tough to discern Kefka's motives. Oh, you fucking bastard, Cyrus. The shadowy Pokemon isn't here. It abandoned me here, then disappeared somewhere farther down. Was it content merely to interfere with my plan? Incidentally, do you understand the concept of genes? I'm gonna say no, just to see what it says. No, of course you wouldn't. Genes can be considered the blueprints of all life forms. That includes humans and Pokemon alike. Genes are contained in a DNA strand. A DNA strand consists of two chains of opposing characteristics in a spiral. If one of the chains were to be broken, the other could replicate it. One or the other cannot exist without its opposite. Do you understand where I'm going with this? Now. This is a bizarre world. Time doesn't flow. Space isn't stable. Only that shadowy Pokemon lives here. This world is the opposite of our world. Our world I wish to change. It's like the two chains composing a strand of DNA. The two worlds must be balancing each other to remain in existence. Without the one, the other cannot exist. The shadowy Pokemon must play a role in keeping the worlds in balance. That is why it must have interfered and brought me here. The shadowy Pokemon must have made this bizarre world. That's why trying to change our world disturbed it and made it reveal itself. But that is all irrelevant. What matters is defeating that Pokemon and making this world disappear. I won't allow it to interfere with me again. With it gone, neither world will be able to revert to its original state. No, attack him with Pokemon, no. He just walked away when we should have attacked him with Pokemon or a Garen. Ugh, I hate that in video games. I think I've mentioned it before, but my character in Final Fantasy XIV is an archer, and sometimes I see things happen 20 yards away that are happening quickly, and my guy's like, no, and starts running over to it, and I'm like, dude, you're a ranged attacker. Use that range. We're all thinking it. I should have gotten a Garen from Looker before I came in. Okay, if you see Cyrus, be sure to use this Garen. It will make him go to sleep. Oh, you're 11. It'd make him go to sleep, very much screaming. Well, oh, is there water? Set phasers to Gurn. Is that Uxie? I think? Forget which one. Okay, bye. Can I move? Oh, there we go. Yeah. I mean, I assume I can't push it this way, but do I just shove it down? Okay. Now, are there Pokemon on the water down here? Okay. It's kind of seeming like there's literally nothing here. So I should not concern myself at all. It also rhymes with Karen. Okay. That's an up thing, but I can jump this way, though. We consume the cornels of Kern at Thanksgiving. With this being up against the wall, I can only push it into one of these 3. Will you talk to me? Can I have a hint? Oh, Cynthia, can I have a hint? This place, it seems to be a giant puzzle. Maybe Giratina wants to test those that visit here. It appears we can't go on unless we solve the puzzle. There are some boulders that could be moved. And there are several odd pits on the floor. The Pokemon at the lake seem eager to show us something. Ah, okay. So homie right here is, in fact, standing in front of the one I assume I should drop it into. Let's go, big strong puppy. Also, enemies are not weak to my face is a good hint for Pokemon. Bee! It was Uxie. Okay. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. See more holes for more boulders? A basket boulder. The rules are simple. Get the boulder in the hole. That's it. Okay, I was hoping for an update, Cynthia, but... Alright, well... Down? Or... Did that change anything up here? It does not appear so. Hello! Thank you for the very, very demonstrative hint. I hope that you moved out of the way down there, though. Okay, look out. Okay, good. Yeah, I would prefer not to dome the helpful, lovely Pokemon that are assisting me. I guess the question is, can I go to the other side from this side? It would appear that I would have to do a loop. Yeah. Where do you take me? Whoa. I see. Oh. It is kind of a funny way to test somebody. Be like, ah. Okay. At the same time as testing me, it's also kind of guiding me. I gotta say, this is pretty neat as hell. I didn't miss anything here, did I? Oh, there's Cyrus, you old butthole. Is there anything to do over here? Nope. Okay. But am I all the way back up to the top up here? We're gonna stop. Nope. Okay. Oh, we are gonna stop at Cyrus level. Wait. God damn it, he disappeared. Oh my gosh, there it was again. Yep. Let me just go sideways here. Oh, now we're fully in the upside down. Oh god, I don't have waterfall yet. Or do I? Or is this just how things work here? Yeah, goddamn, they really have been hammering on the, oh, you better have all your HM mons here. You didn't bring anyone with surf? Oh, okay. So, because I was technically going down, I would assume... Actually, I'm not even going to try it, because it's going to waste time. Another hint! Oh! Go, strong puppy! Yeah, I had kind of guessed that it would give it to me for free. Ah, okay. And now we're at the other side of this. So, assumedly, we just can use this to go down now? And our pushing rocks will be in place? I feel like this is Blue's Clues. All right, chat. Which one do you think that Blue wants to push the ball into? Is it this one? I have a feeling that if you push it into the wrong one, the lake Pokemon will probably just grab it out and like bring it, you know, back to where it starts. You have to do it again. Yeah, that's kind of what I thought. Ah. There you go. I pushed the balls into the holes like you asked me, Pokemon. Do you think that's it, Cynthia? Oh, I should probably be reading this. Oops, this is no time for idle chit-chat. Aha! We did it. Hup. Call it a trainer's intuition, but we're getting close. Let's go on. Down? Is that Cyrus? Yeah! Let's fucking get some, Cyrus. This is it. Giratina's up ahead. Hup. Distortion World. So, you were already here. How did you solve the rocks puzzle, Cyrus? Why do you seek to change the world? If you hate our world, you should just go off somewhere alone. Find somewhere where you can live without seeing others. Why should I run and hide from the world and have to wait quietly? My aim is to rid our world of the vague and incomplete thing we call spirit. His, MO doesn't make any sense at all. By freeing ourselves of that, our world can be made complete. That is my justice. No one can interfere. Okay, good luck. Aww. Well, this might be a matchup against, This might be a matchup against Cyrus. Based on the fact that he has a number of dark and poison Pokemon. I mean, I could put out Eepmon if I think it's going to be dark, but also... Didn't he have... No, I don't remember what he had. Was it a Sneasel? He definitely had... Houndoom, I think? But it's generally poison dark. We could just put Thick Daryl out there. Guess I don't really need to save, but I'm already doing it. Yeah, a lot of other, like, leaders have goals or have, like, motivations that involve other people or the accomplishment of a plan. But this guy is very Kefka-esque, that he's just like, I just want to end everything, and everything has to be how I want it, and is just, like, totally off the rails. But that's not justice at all. That's no justice at all. I won't lose. Not to that shadowy Pokemon. Not in any worthless world. Let's go, bro. Houndoom. Fire and dark. Well, Thick Daryl is an excellent way to start this out. I think we're just gonna go ahead and Earthquake it. I don't think that Houndoom could have any moves that would hugely surprise us. No water, no grass, no ice. Yeah, those are the weaknesses of ground, so... Alright, yeah, get fucking Earthquaked. Ha! You missed. Not gonna fucking burn me. Bye, Houndoom. Bye-bye. It would be pretty funny if all the types were, like, inverted somehow in the Distortion World. Gyarados. Well, it sure as shit's not gonna be Daryl. Water flying, right? I mean, it's gotta be Electron. Unfortunately, I have a feeling that the Gyarados is gonna be faster than Electron. Yeah, no, it's got to be Electron. Electron, it's time to take down the biggest fish you've ever seen. Is Gyarados just water, or is it water flying? You intimidate me? How dare you! I intimidate you! It is water flying. Alright. That is exactly what I was checking, Alxbrit, yeah. Since I've had physical attack reduced, I'm not going to use charge. Thunderbolt, I assume, would be the better move. And with 4x weakness, like... Earthquake? Ooh... It's not stab, but it's super effective. Oh! Good job, Electron. Good job. My heart just went... It started beating at about double the speed just then. Holy shit. What a way to turn 44, Electron. God damn. Ouch, because of the sandstorm. Weavile, I guess. What's your deal? Oh, it's the Ice Cat, but evolved. So Dark Ice. Oh, yeah. So Slashly is safe. Sorry, Slashly is safe, and so is, Houndoom. Because the dark resists dark, fire resists ice. We do have Eatmon, yeah. Yeah, I have a feeling that it's going to be faster. And I worry about the retaliation or it getting in a hit first. Because, you know, dark versus fighting is obviously bad, but ice versus fighting is neutral. Alright, well, we're definitely switching. Who's thicker, Asher or Eatmon? Ice versus bug is neutral, dark versus bug is neutral, but they're both resisted by steel, as are most everything else. Yeah, you know what? Eatmon hasn't gotten a chance to do much of anything. I really think it's time. He's got to get in there and take a shot. Like, if it pulls out a psychic move, I'll be like, what the fuck? But I gotta look at his moves again because we've basically never used him. So I think Cross Chop is going to be it. Oh, it's 180. 60, 100, and 40, 100. I mean, I Cross Chop? A 60 power move at double effective. Oh yeah, what am I talking about? Right, it's quad weak. And it's not going to miss. Yeah, Wake Up Slap is definitely it. Okay. Alright, Eatmon, time to slap this kitty. Fake out. Alright. Annoying, but not bad. Oh, I flinched! God damn. Ice Punch. Okay, this will hurt. Yes. Come on. Good. Good job, Eatmon. About to almost earn your first real level. Crobat. Ugh. Oh, X-Scissor was an option? If it sounds like I'm talking louder than I normally am, it's because this battle theme is just louder than the rest of them. Yeah, so Fluid does have Ice Beam. Which is good on flying. Is flying good against ground? No. Okay, that's the thing that I always think is the case, that flying versus ground is much better, but Fluid might not be a bad move here. I don't think Slashly because, well, I guess we'd be even. And I don't have the advantage with a Steel-type move. So yeah, I think Slashly has poison immunity and takes normal flying damage from Crobat. But I don't have a super effective move to use against it. Alright, I think Fluid. Yeah, I mean, it depends on what it has, of course, because, like, Again, my biggest fear with Flood is that it has Mega Drain or Giga Drain or something. Like, I don't know, Gen 4 Platinum. Well, it can learn Giga Drain via TM. But that doesn't guarantee whether or not it has it, because this is Cyrus and he probably cheats. Because Thick Daryl will... I don't even think... Do I want to know? Not yet. Asher's kind of like a middle play, right? Because fire wouldn't be super effective. Poison isn't resisted by dark nor fire, and flying the same. Yeah, yes it did. That early Jupiter, I think, right? With the Giga Drain on the Zubat, and then it had the Scun Tank with Night Slash that was like 30 levels under where it should evolve. Yeah, I mean, it's at this point it's down between Flood and Slashly, because Asher and Thick Daryl don't really have much to offer in terms of, like, I could maybe tank a shot with Thick Daryl on a switch, but yeah, Slashly having the poison, like, zeroed out, and flying being, like, you know, neutral. Alright, Slashly. I need you to slash like you've never fucking slashed before. Alright, and then the move is not Wing Attack. It's not X Scissor, it's not False Swipe. We're bullet punching. Come on, fucking crit. Just insta-crit. Okay, so it uses neutral move. Okay. Well, it knew Slashly was out, and it used Air Scissor, which I assume is its best move. It did less than half my health. Yeah, yeah. Oh, Air Slash is flinch, not crit. I just assumed all the, like, Night Slash, those sorts of things. Had crit. Air Cutter is the high crit one? Okay. Well, I mean, a crit is still dangerous. I can heal. The Sandstorm will keep going for a couple turns. Like, I don't hate that. And then because Bullet Punch has priority, I can get in if I need to, and it won't miss. So I guess I don't need a hyper. Quick, Slashly, the milk. There we go again. Slashly, the milk again! Quickly! You missed, motherfucker. Oh, we got a bullet punch back now. There's... Come on, get him, get him, get him. Oh, it might die from the... Ugh, it might die from the sandstorm. Come on. Yeah! Thick Daryl does not forget. 2010 experience points. Our beautiful Slashly. She's an adult now. Honchkrow. Oh boy. I don't love that. Dark flying. So I don't have double immunity. Asher would be neutral across the board, except it would resist dark moves. Yeah, Asher hasn't taken any shots yet. No, Slashly definitely doesn't go in. Yeah, if Honchkrow has a big scary move, it might be able to kill Asher. That being said, like, well, actually, I guess we could put Fluid in. We could Ice Beam it, and Fluid is moderately tanky. Like, and fuck, if we ever really needed to switch, we could always just put Thick Daryl in, heal something else up, and then re-switch. Because again, yeah, Asher, unless it can resist moves that the enemy can do, like a good-ass flying move could actually take him out. But I would say, you know, Fluid won't resist the dark moves, but at the same time... Oh, pretty fucking thick. Alright, Fluid. I think you can do it. Let's go, little sluggo boy. Wow, it makes a terrifying sound. Dig would be cheap, but no. Just Ice Beam. I mean, unless I use some X defense or something like that, I could get fancy with it. Is Honchkrow special or... Oh, it's actually pretty split between attack and special attack. Fucking ouch! Okay, I did half of its health. Well, that sandstorm is still going to hurt it. It will obviously kill me if I don't heal, which I will. Yeah, again, like, Drill Peck is just a strong flying move. Let me check on... Can Drill Peck miss in this generation? Drill Peck at least seems to have 100% accuracy since... No, that Drill Peck was not a crit. That was just a basic-ass Drill Peck. Yeah. I mean, he's got the full restore, and he's gonna use it at some point. Yeah, that was my kind of my like backup thought that you know, Fluid can just tank or not tank, can be immune to the sandstorm damage. Yeah, see, annoyingly, these are both resisted. And oh god, switch Thick Daryl in and then fucking yawn. That's honestly not the worst. So Thick Daryl's got 120 defense, lower special defense, but I guess, I mean, it might use a dark move if... Or wait, no. Assumedly, Drill Peck was its strongest move, because Fluid doesn't resist dark at all. Anyway, 120 defense for Thick Daryl. 72 defense for Fluid. Like... Because so far as I see it, with Fluid in, all I can do at this point is just keep healing. And unless I want to burn out the, you know, what, 19 other PP from Drill Peck, I think my only option is to get in there with Daryl, or with Thick Daryl, yawn it. Oh god, Insomnia, one of its I actually don't even know if... Well, actually, it does say that Insomnia is one of the abilities that it can have. Oh. Well, regardless, I think, you know... It'll have Insomnia since it's the first ability. Ah, well, that sucks. Well, I still think Thick Daryl try to just crunch it, heal, hope that it can't hit me for more than half. Because again, Fluid has no chance here. It's only going to heal loop. Yeah, get in there, Thick Daryl. Exactly, yeah. Thick Daryl can maybe buy some time. Okay. Less than full damage. The question is this low enough for it to want to use a full restore, where this might be a free turn, or do I just try for the crunch? I mean, that's the thing. I either try for the crunch, because it would have to crit, and I mean, a crit... you know, I gotta wait for it anyway, so... And hell, maybe I crit on the crunch? It's true. It could also try to switch up knowing that Daryl is out, but like... I don't know, it would have to have non-stab super effective moves. I mean, it's right now it's a question of it would have to do, what, double the damage that it just did on that attack with something else to kill me. Because I'm not taking damage from the sandstorm. I think we got to chance the crunch. Or we could take one more turn, heal, and see if it full restores or not, and then see if it does a different move against Thick Daryl. Which actually is not the worst thing. Because if it has something that's more damaging against Daryl, then we're in trouble. Yeah, I would assume they would have to be in the red to full restore. Yeah, X item and then heal. That's also an option. Because it really depends on what it does to Daryl. But I think I'm going to heal. I'm going to give it one more turn to see what it does. Like, what its move is. Yeah, his special defense, I think, is like 80 maybe versus 120 for 71. Yeah. So his special defense is about as good as Fluid's normal defense was. And Honchcrow's defense is pretty bad. Like, it'll take a pretty heavy shot no matter what we hit it with. Yeah. Alright. I think I've decided I'm gonna heal this round, see what it does. Let it try to use whatever its best move is at me, and then get the sandstorm to tick one more time. Alright, what do you got for me, Honchcrow? Heat Wave. What the fuck is Heat Wave? Oh, special 9590 can burn. Oh, Gen 3 to 5 Heat Wave has 100 base power. Jeez. Yeah, Slashly would have been absolutely deleted by that. Hey, Alex Nuzlocke, we're doing good. We're on the final Pokemon of Cyrus's group. Okay. So we know two things. We know that its wing attack does 54 damage. We know that Heat Wave, what it used when it knew that Thick Daryl was in there, did 59. Obviously, a crit kills on either of those, but its defense is low, and we're at the point where we gotta try to take a shot. Like, I would be worried that if it took another hit from Sandstorm, it might actually full restore, and then we'd be, you know, basically waiting it out while the Sandstorm, you know, burned it down again. So I think it's crunch time. Literally. Alright, chat. Send your thickest energy to fucking Thick Daryl. Alright. Daryl can do this. Let's see that big crunch, big boy. Alright, here's Drill Peck again. No crit. Oh god, it was so little. Well, here comes the full restore. The question is, do I... Yeah, I since I have the full restore turn, I can X item and then heal next turn. I mean, I guess we're not certain he'll heal. Yeah, Alex, I thought about Yawn earlier, but it turns out Honchkrow has insomnia, which would have been a real sad thing to find out. He's got to heal, right? Yeah, I guess it doesn't really matter what order we do it in. So I'll, what do I want? Yeah, apparently the rule in this gen is that all of the, you know, NPC Pokemon take the first ability, I believe. Okay. A Sandstorm rages, baby. Okay. So I have all the X's that I could want. The question is, defense or special defense? Yeah, we're gonna kind of need both of them. It might be smart enough to do that, but I don't... As much as the AI cheats, I don't think it would get to know ahead of time that I'm going to use X defense and then change its attack, right? Like, the decisions are made. Defense will keep a crit from killing us after not critting on the first hit. Does... Yeah, but would X-side... They would just go through the defensive bonuses. Yeah. Technically, Heat Wave hit for more. So I think I'm going to use X Special Defend first. And then an X Defend, and then we're rolling. Oh, I could survive a crit and a non-crit based on the damage reduction. I see. Annoyingly, it switched between the flying move and the fire move. I don't know why. Alright, Thick Daryl. Become even thicker. Okay, Heat Wave. Take that Sandstorm damage, you bitch. Okay. Now the X Special Defense. And then heal, and then we start biting. You can use Heat Wave again? Yeah, you jerk. 104 to 66. So only 38 that time, which is pretty good. All right, Thick Daryl. You feeling bitey, big boy? Okay, here's the drill peck. Well, that's what a critical hit drill peck does. Good to know that a crit won't kill me. Because that was full 160, so that did 106 points of damage. Interesting that it goes back to Drill Peck now. So, okay. I now have 120 remaining. The crit was 106. Even at, like, maximum range, I would assume that it couldn't do 120. I've got to be Gucci for a crunch. Okay, good. Yes! Yes! This is definitely Daryl's thickest moment ever. Shaking off crits like it's fucking nothing. You called it, C-Dude. I wasn't even thinking about the defense down. And then I saw you said it in chat, and I was like, well, that would be nice. Okay. I know I have milk. I got big milkies, but I also got big hypers. All right. To satisfy you all. I'm doing everything so carefully. I know it's a waste. It was just what my, ooh, Night Slash. Well, fuck that. Does that pretty much mean a kill if it crits on Night Slash? What even is Night Slash? It did just crit? Okay. My eyes turned off for a second because I saw a different move. But if that was the crit, then okay. It's just gonna die in sand. Get buried, motherfucker. Wow, yeah, it does, like, basically nothing when it doesn't crit. I can just imagine Daryl's just chugging milk and, like, potions while this Haunch Crow goes nuts trying to kill him and gets buried by sand in a sandstorm. I could attack here, but that Night Slash was pretty close to that number, so I'm just gonna... Oh, it's way funnier to let it die from Sandstorm. That's the best. Ah! Thick, Daryl! So fucking thick! Hey, good job, Fluid. I think Hippowdon is like very rapidly becoming my favorite Pokemon. Because, I mean, if this was real life, I might actually choose a hippo to be my Pokemon. I should be like, yeah. Yeah, hippo's fucking dangerous and a walking tank that can also swim. Don't think you can defeat or capture that Pokemon. This bizarre world is none other than that Pokemon itself. Capturing it or defeating it will make this world disappear. Very well, do what you will. Rather than repairing the world, you're gonna destroy it for me. Do it. You inherit my legacy. What? What? Don't believe his lies. It's not possible that a Pokemon can make the world disappear. I wouldn't just say that. The world... Oh, I thought that said bitch. The world awaited your bitch. Now not only yours, either. The Pokemon with you, the people close to you. All the Pokemon and people were born because they have a part in the world. I'm convinced of that. Giratina won't go out of existence. The Distortion World won't disappear. Our world won't disappear either. Let's go meet Giratina. Oops, I should do something about your hard-working Pokemon first. Yes. We love to see the free heal. Beep boop beep. We're in Nightmare World. Giratina is enraged because the two worlds are endangered. It has merged the Distortion World and our world at the Spear Pillar. I'm having such difficulty speaking English tonight. That's why both worlds are becoming distorted. But there's nothing to fear. You can defeat Giratina and show the tight bond you share with your Pokemon. Or you can demonstrate how much you want it to join you. If you succeed in doing either, Giratina will understand. Okay, another assumption, but I guess we'll go with it. The distortion of the two worlds will stop. I'm going home. Now I have a question. Do I need to be concerned about Giratina, or am I throwing my Master Ball? Because I've been sitting on this fucking thing, and Giratina kind of sounds like a great candidate for a Master Ball. And I don't care about the post-game. I don't give a shit about, like, oh no, but what about, you know, this Pokemon after you beat the like... Yeah, I don't want to face a God Pokemon and try to catch it. And Master Ball is literally the just win button. Well, we'll just, yeah, we'll do a little bit of battle music then. I mean, I guess a YOLO quick ball could be funny, but then would it just fucking smash ruin any Pokemon? Like, I don't know. That's what I'd be afraid of, that it would just, like, even one move might put it into, you know, the dust. Slashly is very frail, though. I guess not that frail, but pretty frail. Well, let's see the numbers. Slashly's defense 85, special defense 76. About as tanky as Electron, about as tanky as Eepmon. Funny enough, tankier than Fluid. tankier than Asher. Obviously, nothing is as thick as Daryl. Yeah. I mean, before we go to the league and before I go on, you know, super intense Pokemon catching, you know, adventures, having Giratina in the party seems like a solid idea. Like, I'm looking at it this way. I'd rather get Giratina in the party, a guarantee, to then use against subsequent battles than to try to do it sneakily and take it down without the Master Ball, possibly lose Pokemon, and then maybe even have to just kill it so I don't team wipe or don't lose a bunch of things. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna wing the Master Ball. Oh, I should just save for no reason, I guess. I could do a backup of this whole ROM tonight. I've backed up our save just in case I do something stupid. Yeah, I'm not against the YOLO Quick Ball Master Ball, but the only thing that I worry about is if it has a fly. Yeah. The 2-turn move, it'll come in with something something dangerous. And for the first time I've said this ever in this Nuzlocke, unfortunately I don't have any normal type Pokemon. Do I have a Protect TM? I suppose I think I do. Nope. I mean, technically I have Substitute, but I don't know who can learn it. Yeah. No, I think I've made my decision. I'm just gonna Master Ball. It's simplicity now or simplicity later. So. What? Oh, okay. Where does it want me to go? You have to intimidate me so much, Giratina? All I need for you to do is just stand in front of me for 1 second. It does look pretty fucking intense, though. Giratina is quietly eyeing Jeff. It can just fly here. I will listen to this battle theme because, you know, we'll be ending it in just a moment. They went hard on this. Oh, weird. There's got to be somebody who's done this. Actually, I probably shouldn't do that now. I was gonna see, I was like, there's gotta be an actual techno remix of this, like, done in not DS instruments, so it, you know, sounds fully techno, but I probably should not play that on stream, as the copyright bots are always listening. I like how they work in the main battle theme, like as a element of this battle theme. It's very dynamic. Right, the intro cutscene where I've been staring at Giratina for a couple months now, wondering when I'd see it. This theme would stress me the fuck out if I didn't have a Master Ball in my back pocket right now. This MIDI file must have been 60 megabytes. There's a lot of notes in this motherfucker. Okay, and I think that's the loop. All right. Well, it's been in our pocket for a while. It has no better use than right now. It's the one. It's the only. It's the Master Ball. Welcome to the party, Giratina. Oh, God. I just forgot that I have to name it. Ooh, Ghost Dragon. Ooh, baby. Man, what even is strong against this Pokemon? Giratina, the renegade Pokemon. It was banished for its violence. Aww. It silently gazed upon the old world from the Distortion World. Just Bean. As soon as I read that it was banished for its violence, I immediately wanted to name it Mega. Ghost, Ice, Dragon, Dark. Okay. But still, that's pretty damn good coverage. All the basic types. No normal, no fighting. Half poison, half bug. Evil Jeff / Evil Ben. Oh. There's a Pokemon hat called Renegade Pokemon. Well, yeah, because of the violence, I wanted to name it Mega. Or Omega. Could just name it Violence, too, yeah. Crescent. Okay. It does have a lunar quality to it. Damn. I was thinking of Distortion, like Shaun or Shawn. I mean, I guess I could call it Distortion. Dorito. Ghost Dragon. I didn't think this would be that hard. I completely spaced on having to name the legendary Pokemon. I even knew we were going to catch it tonight. Well, I assumed. Let me scroll back and look at some of these other recommendations. I mean, I do like the name Just Violence. I could name it... Violencia? Because, like, it's a little violent, but at the same time, it's kind of a lyrical sounding name. We call it Vi for short. Lencia or Violencia, yeah. Violentia. We're spending more time naming Giratina than fighting it on purpose. Alright, I'm just gonna go with Violencia. Too bad it goes to the fucking box. I want to throw that thing in the party right away. Giratina seems to have understood us. That Pokemon. That shadowy Pokemon was captured? Oh, it's this motherfucker. Hey, I thought somebody said we never saw him again. Your doing so means this irrational world will remain in existence. Does that make it impossible for me to create a new world? I hope so. Even if I made new red chains, the new world can't be made. Why? What compels you to protect the two worlds? Well, for one, my mom lives in one of the two worlds. And my rival Dave, I guess. Is spirit a vague and incomplete thing so important to you? Yeah. Yes. What's so hard to understand about that, super genius? The places we are born, the time we spend living, the languages we speak. We're all different, but the presence of Pokemon unites us. We share our lives with our Pokemon, and our happiness grows as we all become greater than we are alone. That is why we can battle and trade with anyone we choose. I assume this is Cyrus. Silence! Enough of your blathering. That's how you justify spirit as something worthwhile? It is merely humans hoping, deluding themselves that they are happy and safe. The emotions roiling inside me, rage, hatred, frustration. These ugly emotions arise because of my own incomplete spirit. No, they arise because you haven't gone to see a fucking therapist. Or been sent to jail. I mean, either one would probably work. Enough. We will never see eye to eye. This, I promise you. I will break the secrets of the world. With that knowledge, I will create my complete and perfect world. One day you will awaken to a world of my creation. A world without spirit. Yes, now attack. All of his Pokemon have been fainted, and there's no Pokecenters around here. Go, Giratina. Grab him with all your arms. Since there is sadness, we can feel joy. When there is anger, compassion is born. Let's go back home. The portal where Giratina was should lead us back to our world, I guess. Giratina was written in legend as being on the other side of our world. It stands to reason that it has a link to the other side. I can't. No, I want to jump at you. I have to hit A. Okay. There's a portal where Giratina was. Will you leap into the portal? Yeah, I guess. Can't go anywhere else. Hooray! This place? It's my favorite slap bass track. Slap bass. I wasn't even reading it. Why did I say bass? My favorite slap bass track. I love slap bass. It's the send-off spring. It's said to somehow lead to the great beyond. And Giratina was said to live in a world on the opposite side of ours. Oh, I'm sincerely sorry. It's very rude of me. Jeff, you're incredible. You really are a fantastic trainer. Let me say this on behalf of all Sinnoh. Jeff, thank you. Oh, that's right. You have to go tell Professor Rowan. He was very worried about you. You should visit him at his lab. Are you going to stand in front of this cave so I can't go back in it now? Yes. Is this... I should check the map and see where I am. Okay, interesting. Oh, I'm on the spring path? Yeah, no, this is a new thing. Weird. Okay, well, so there is that down there. I'm gonna run up here and see what's up. Oh, and there's grass right away. Man, I sure would like to go heal and put Giratina in the party before I do another catch. I guess they're all at full health, though. Alright, I'm gonna run around here real quick with one repel and then see what's up. Okay. Alright, so it is just a big loop, and then there's whatever those stairs are. Okay, they're not stairs, it's just an overlook? Alright, so it seems and then I would assume this is out of here. I mean, is there anything better in the water, I guess is the question. God, I literally haven't fished the whole game, I don't think. There's Golduck, and that's it in the water? Oh, yeah, wait. I think I already have a Psyduck. So would that be nothing in the water then? God, I have no idea what number, I did just pass it. Yeah. So I do indeed have a Psyduck. Not a Golduck, obviously, but... Alright, then the only catch is in the grass. Let's see what the grass one is. No, I don't want a Magikarp or a Goldeen this late in the game. I think I still have to run off the rest of my Repel. There it is. Okay, well, first things first. I probably could save. It's crazy that I still have a gym left. Right? Yeah. Gyarados is a good, Gyarados is a good Pokemon, but I don't think that... Oh, no. Hell no. Hell fucking no. You saw that look in its eyes. Oh, you're also a no, unfortunately. Oh, it's a 10% chance? Oh, boy. Oh, this is also not valid. Can we name our Zubat Tiefwing, I think? Yeah. Oh, you again. Is Dusclops fire type? I want to say it's fire and... Or Dusk Noir, I guess. No, it's just Ghost. Okay. That's fine. Guess I was just afraid of... Dingling! Adorable! What are you? Aw, it's a Psychic. Well, Psychic versus Steel is going to do nothing. Or, well, it'll do half. Well, I will false swipe you. Last Resort? What the fuck is Last Resort? Oh. I guess it literally can't do that because it would have to use all its other moves first and then Last Resort. Meaning it has to use it has to use all of its other moves at least once. Or if it will fail if it has no other moves. Yeah. Well. Oh, you have to use all of the PP? Oh my god. Hooray! We got a baby. It's adorable. Chingling, the bell Pokemon. There is an orb inside its mouth. When it hops, the orb bounces all over and makes a ringing sound. I love its like silhouette. It's just literally a circle. I guess not completely a circle. Oh, that's a footprint. Right. Little tiny bell guy's name. I like Jangle or Dingle. Just name it Crebo. Crabingo. Bell, B-E-L-L-E is pretty good. That appeals to my wordplay sensibilities. Well, since we're not going to use it, I like Dingle, and I think it's cute. Was that the sound of my Pokedex, or was that it going? Okay, so I assume the next task is let's go this way. Oh, wait, I always do that. Boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom, boom. Whoa! Now, where is this is the question. Okay. Oh, actually, you know what I didn't do? I don't want to be overly diligent, but also I don't want to just, like, skip doing this mechanic. Flip-a-boom, boom, 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 all right, good enough. I'm bored now. I'd rather spend money than get into a single unnecessary wild battle. Oh. Wait, this is Route 214? Was there something blocking this way? Like, there must have been trees here or something, right? Okay, it was all trees before. I was about to say, like, there is no way that I would not have, like, seen a long pathway off to the side and not gone there. But this makes a little more sense. Giratina, don't eat the trees. Actually, which is the fastest way? It might be north. Yeah, I should go north. Goddamn maze. Yeah, Giratina weighed almost an entire ton and was something incredibly, like, 19 feet long or something. Or 22 feet, I guess, yeah. Well, that's a very good, very, very good question, Alex. There you are. Yeah, Bony Spookum still stands as a backup, but if Giratina or Violencia is going to come into the party, I don't think there would be room for Bony Spookums. Oh, it's in feet mode. Interesting. Jump scare form. All right, you know what? I gotta pee, and I'm gonna go check to see if my dog needs to go outside. Since we're, I don't know, what, an hour and 45 into the stream. Slept pretty well last night. I'm feeling moderately energetic, so I think we could do another 45 minutes to an hour if everybody's in for it, and if there's, like, interesting stuff to do. Unless it's just, like, literally dive directly towards, Victory Road. But we got another gym. Like, I don't know how we're gonna... Oh, we gotta go talk to the professor. I'm sure that'll open stuff up. But yeah, I'm gonna leave this screen up. Everybody can... Oh, wait, no, I'm gonna go to the BRB screen. Well, everybody take out your phones and take a picture of this screen and start thinking about reasons for or against. I'll put it forward that if I had to pull anybody from this party, it would probably be Ipman. Just as an initial reaction. So anyway, I will be back in 5, 6, 7 minutes, maybe. Who knows, depending upon how long Lucy Lou takes outside. And then we'll be back for maybe another hour or so of this. So thank you, everybody, for sticking around so far, and I'll see you after the break. All right, friends, we are back. Lucy pooped in a moderately efficient fashion, and I had a thought while I was outside. Ipman has... Oh, I'm looking back to the chat, and it seems that most people had the same thought, that Ipman has rock climb on it. Come on. I probably could have checked the summary from inside, huh? Oh, whatever. So... Ipman has rock smash and rock climb. That's a big old bummer. So, actually a good percentage of the party is capable of learning Rock Smash. See, this is the one. Do we know if Giratina can learn Rock Climb? Giratina can learn Rock Climb. Okay. Well, interesting. I mean, Thick Daryl has Crunch and Bite, which is truly redundant. I mean, I think I just kept them both for the PP, but... yeah, Daryl could definitely drop Bite, pick up Rock Smash, and then if we learn, or if we have Giratina learn Rock Climb, we'll at least be able to cover up for the, you know, for the issues. Fighting. Fighting is good against normal, ice, rock, dark, and steel. I have good coverage for steel, because ground. I have good coverage for ice, because fire. Normal, no, because it's the only one that's got double effective. Against rock. Yeah, I got a bunch of stuff against rock, both ground and water. Fighting resistances. It only resists bug, rock, and dark. Yeah, I mean, Ipman I think is still absolutely, and Steel for rock too. That's right. Yeah, even Slashly, now that she's bug steel as opposed to flying bug, is in a better position against rock types as well. Yeah. Okay, well, let's do it before we forget. Rock Smash. Get rid of Bite. Boof. Go into the old Bebe's PC. I feel like this is one of the toughest things about the end of Nuzlocke, is like you have so many Pokemon. If you haven't, I mean, I even killed a bunch, and yet we still have a bunch that we can use in varying levels of preparedness and, you know, goodness. But it's nice. I mean, Unit and Ipman are both sitting here as backups. So is Boney Spookums. I mean, I could probably just do... move you guys down to the bottom row. Couple level 30s. There's Boots, but Boots and I have an agreement. I guess we'll leave Greg down there because it's still a thought if it ever needs to happen, but Right, yeah. I mean, I guess technically I could move them to the final box, but I mean, it depends on how many more Pokemon I capture. We'll mess with that later. Okay, well, first things first, we should actually take a look at Violencia. Lax in nature, capable of taking hits. Wow. Oh my god, look at those fucking stats. God. More defense than fucking Thick Daryl. Almost more special defense than Thick Daryl has defense. Paired with 107 attack, 106 special attack, and 94 speed. Like, that's just nasty. We got Ominous Wind. Okay, so it's a 60-100 move special that also can raise all my stats. Same thing with Ancient Power, but rock type. Dragon Claw, that's pretty nasty. Just a basic 80-100 physical attack. What? Oh, this is the Ghost Fly, basically. Ugh. It hurts, but which one do we get rid of to put in Rock Climb? I mean, Shadow Force is a little annoying because it uses... Oh, it actually hits through Protect. Cool. Yeah, it's one of these two, and I'm kind of thinking it's Ominous Wind because... You know, having a rock move is not the worst thing. It is only 5 PP, but like, you know, Rock, Dragon, Ghost, and then fighting. Oh yeah, Ominous Wind is stab. I have a couple of PP ups that I haven't used. I actually have a lot of PP ups. I guess that's actually a very good question, or good point to Frederick and Biscuit as well, that if I have TMs that are ghost type specifically, like this is the Pokemon to use them on. I do indeed have Shadow Claw. 70-100 with 15 PP, because that's going to be good. Yeah, and Dusknoir couldn't... Oh, yeah, alright. Oh, Dave, you have no idea. Daryl literally fucking thicked it out in the big battle with Cyrus. Just absolutely tanking shot after shot. Took criticals, chugged milk. 8x defends and X special defends. It was truly something to behold. I do also have Shadow Ball. Okay, so this one is 10 less but high crit ratio. This is 80 and might lower special defense. I mean, the reason that I think Shadow Ball over Shadow Claw is because Shadow Ball is special. I've got whatever that fancy ghost type flying move is as physical. So just for, you know, coverage of, you know, physical and special defenders, it might not be the worst thing to have. Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, right. It's got pretty much the same special and physical attack, but having this as an option against poor special attack defenders, I think might be to my benefit. Because, yeah, special 60, 100. This is physical 120, 100. And then what's it called goes over ancient power. I'm talking a little psychic coverage. Psychic versus having a second ghost type move. No, god damn it. I wish you could just keep hitting B. No. Yes. Can you learn Psychic? It can indeed learn Psychic. Yeah, because the ghost type would fully... I mean, and Psychic isn't bad for coverage. It's good for fighting poison. And it's neutral against most things except for Psychic and Steel. I mean, it's not the worst idea, because we... But can Slashly Steel... I guess Slashly does still technically have wing attack for fighting, yeah. Well, first things first, let me put the HM move on as we think about it for a second. Because this is required. Not the worst thing to have a normal type move on Violencia. Are you doing another stream on Saturday, Dave? Yeah, Ancient Power goes. Forget about that ancient power that you have access to. You should learn how to climb rocks. Yeah, without looking all the way down its move list, and, like, you know, I have no idea how many levels would be left in this game. They usually end somewhere around 58 to 60 or something. I guess I could look it up to see what its move list is. If there's anything that, like, pops up soon that would be really useful. Yeah, I'm leaning towards Shadow Ball just because I like Stab. Just, I don't mind neutral matchups if it has good strength to it. Giratina. What does it evolve into? What level is it already? 40-something? So it could learn Heal Block, which seems meh. Earth Power at 60, Slash at 70, Shadow Claw at 80, and Aura Sphere, which would be pretty dope, but that's at level 90. It evolves into Arceus, yeah. Arceus. How many PP ups do we have? They gotta be at the top. Right? Oh, what the fuck? This is riveting content, looking through long-ass menus with lots of things as I try to read quickly. Is it not in there? Oh, it's fucking in here. Okay, so I have 2 PP up. An arse phone. That's funny. Okay, well, first of all, wait, what does the PP Max do? Maybe I don't have one of those? I guess I don't have one? Maybe I missed it? Well, at least Shadow Force is like a pretty rad move. I think this one gets at least 1 PP up. Because the thought is a 120 power move stab off of Giratina, which already has high stats, will probably kill most things unless they resist it. I think I'm going to go for the coverage with Psychic. And if it doesn't work out, you know what? I can just overwrite it. Alright, so we're keeping Rock Climb, Dragon Claw. Yeah, goodbye, Ominous Wind. Well, I made you forget your ancient power, but I did make you psychic. So that seems like a pretty reasonable exchange. Now, I guess the final question before we actually move on, go talk to the professor, and at least get a little bit more plot in for tonight. What do I give it for an item? Is there some, like, specific thing that it really benefits from, or just a ghost boosting thing? Any ghost boosting? It doesn't have a special thing right now? Okay. Oh, that's a good point. That if I get to the point where I can access Victory Road, or at the top of you know, the league, I guess, then I can just get rid of that with the move Forgetter. Which is fine by me. I mean, at that point, we'll pretty much be, like, done with the game, so... Honestly, I haven't made any decisions on whether or not I will do, any post-game. Chances are low, but... I do have the Dragon Fang. There it is. Why low chances? I don't know. It kind of depends on... I mean, I guess the post-game's not going to be Nuzlocke, so it'll be a much quicker endeavor for me. I won't have to worry about, you know... Oh, God, we need to fly somewhere, though. It never ends. Yeah, at a certain point... you know, it won't be a Nuzlocke, so we can be much quicker about the post-game. And, you know, maybe a victory lap, maybe one stream, see how much of it we can get through in, like, a night. But, you know, it also depends on if I've decided on what game I want to do next on Wednesdays, because if I don't decide, then, you know, we're doing more post-game. Boots. My Pokedex around the 140s. Oh, Mantike, you're so cute. I love how Snover goes from adorable little child to stoned-ass woods monster. Dialga, Palkia. Oh, never fly from my bag. I think I'd be doing this game long enough to remember that. Hey, Boots, we went somewhere crazy. Is he in Sandgem? I think he's in Sandgem. Or is he... Yeah, because Twin Leaf is where I'm from. Sandgem is where the professor was. Twin Gem. I could see a future where Sandgem and Twin Leaf cities both kind of merge. Figure I may as well do this after we did all that work with changing things over. I think they get along a little better than Pawnee and Eagleton, but kind of. Yeah. Boots is like, I'd love to hear about it, but I do not want to be any part of it. Oh, hey, it's the triumphant music again. Alright, thanks for dropping in, Alex Nuzlocke. Yeah, we might do another, like, 20, 25 minutes of this, depending upon where there's a good stopping point. So, do I have thoughts on Scarlet and Violet, Jeff? Honestly, I haven't really done much looking into them yet. Like, there's such an intense Pokemon hype machine and counter hype machine, if you know what I mean, that, like, I find that if I, without, you know, seeing more of the game, just start reading things and start listening to, like, discussions, it starts to, like, pre-color my opinions. So I'm gonna try to, like, I don't want to learn too much about the game ahead of time. Right, I suppose I mean all the theory crafting and, like, I don't know, supposition that everybody says. The starters. I did see pictures of them. I'll look up a quick picture. So I don't think I've made my stance known. Okay. So we've got Sprigatito, Fuecoco, and Quaxley. I think the runaway best one is Fuecoco. It's just an adorable little guy with a big old mouth, and I'm a sucker for the single toofs. Quaxley is also adorable, but it's starting to move away from the realm of, I don't know, for some reason it doesn't look like a Pokemon. It looks like a cartoon character or Donald Duck's, like, you know, niece. And I know a lot of people really like Sprigatito, the grass cat, but I'm really over cats in Pokemon. Like, I'm not saying it's a bad design or that, like, nobody should like it. I think it's fine. I'm just like, there's 1,000,001 cats. I guess you could say the same thing about, like, crocodile-like stuff, but probably less than the straight-up cats. But there's a hell of a lot of cats in Pokemon, and without seeing the rest of, you know, its evolutions, who knows? It could have cooler, you know, late-stage evolutions. I honestly have no idea yet. But Fuecoco, just because of the, like, the tiny little arms, the big old feet, looks like a little Tyrannosaurus Rex. It's adorable, in my opinion. And Quaxley seems like the most memey of the three, and it is cute. It's very cute. I like, I like Farfetch'd. I like ducks in general, but it's not quite ducky enough for me. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, and I'm positive on all three of the designs, just as, like, you know, Pokemon designs. We'll see, you know, how they fit into the game and what the rest of them are. But yeah, I think I would say I like Fuecoco the most. He's also the laid-back fire crocodile Pokemon, so points in my book. Anyway, let's receive our praise from Rowan. Jeff, you've come back. You leave me speechless. You've done it. You really have done it. Never has my heart pounded this hard for so long in my 60 years of living. You're only 60? Oh my god. The professor did a lot of checking up after you left. He was really worried about you, Jeff. He contacted acquaintances looking for help, and Jeff, I'm so glad to see you safe. Welcome back. Oh yes, there was something I had to tell you. 3 Pokemon of the lakes appear to have returned to their homes. So, tell me, how are things going for you? Just making small talk? The Pokedex? A total of 171, and the number of badges? Well, you've got 7 already. That only leaves Sunny Shore's gym. You've come this far. Why not obtain Sunny Shore's badge? Well, yeah, obviously, man. That's what you do in a Pokemon journey. You get all the badges. And why not challenge the Pokemon League? Well, yeah, that's what you do after you get all the badges. That will broaden your horizons further than ever before. Not to mention the opportunities to meet even more Pokemon and do my job for me. Oh, what? I can just walk around now? Oh, yes, Jeff. If you see Cynthia, please give her my best regards. Okay, she did say to give you her regards as well. Hi, Don. So I was thinking, those Pokemon you met, Jeff, were they the ones said to be the creators of the Sinnoh region? I'm stunned by your greatness. I feel as shaken and inspired as when my child was born. Whoa. Oh, how wonderful it is to be alive. You work with some weird people, Professor. Hearing what was happening from the Professor gave me shivers. But he strongly stated that you will make everything all right. I believe that you would make it, and here you are. Oh, thanks. Oh, yeah, wait. Yeah, that's her. Yeah, that's his child. He must have had her when he was, like, late in life, I guess. Okay. Well, I guess that's that. Wait, is that really that? I figured it would continue or something as I walked outside. Oh, yeah, wait. No, Dawn. Yeah, you're right, Biscuit. Dawn is the daughter of one of the scientists who works for Rowan. And I even got that dialogue at some point where he said, like, "Ah, you met my daughter, Dawn. How's she doing? I haven't seen her in years." Oh, you're a little late for that dialogue piece, my friend. Oh, I see. Oh, okay. So now Sunny Shore is no longer blacked out, and I can just fly to Veilstone, I think? Or Pastoria, I guess? I think this is the fastest way to do it. Just go around the beach and then that way. Boots taxi service, go! If I ever do a piece of art commemorating this Nuzlocke, the, like, team is going to be in the front, and then the people who subbed in or were in the team temporarily for a little while, and then Boots is just going to be in the corner, like looking at his watch or something, or playing on a DS. Oh, damn it. Alright, Boots, you know where to send the bill. I'm going to put you on the bottom row because you're so important. Or a little taxi hat, yeah. Now the question is, I think I just go straight east from the village, or do I have to go north and then east? Oh. And then we're out here, yes, and then beach. It's really annoying that repels are, well, I guess technically a PP up does restore the, god damn it. Technically, PP up does restore a PP of a move. But, like, why are repels in this item section and then other non-battle, like, restorative things in the other one? Here. Down, around. Oh, weird, gross little slowdown. Oh, what the fuck? I need to escape these doldrums. You can keep me company. Okay, I just got snapped out of my reverie by Rich Boy Trey. Oh, who has a legitimate Luxray. Okay, well, this is now the new route, and this is a real Pokemon trainer, so... Thick Daryl, how about you get on in there and just be thick. Roar? Ah, you piece of shit. No, I just switched slash layout. This is only gonna hurt you, buddy. This is gonna be like a gimmick trainer where it only has roar? No, okay. I bet it's gonna try to roar again, because if I literally can't affect me with... Oh, I'm faster? No fucking way. Luxray's so slow. Looks like it's fast, but it's slow. I mean, it would be pretty ridiculous if it was also really fast in addition to its other stats, but... Oh, and Roar has negative priority. Okay. Okay, well, this is a new real area. We still are good on items and stuff. So I guess we get our first new catch. Go back to the tiny path at the start of the route. Oh. Huh? Oh, use my dowser. Okay. I was like, this is what a this would be like such a cool little path. Wait, so it's over here? I mean, unless this is one of those where you have to be right on it or something? I guess just general sneakiness. It's a sneaky place to hide something. I definitely did not see it when I ran past it the first time. Alright, catch time. Electabuzz. Interesting. Electric will be neutral on Slashly. So that should be fine, right? Just to throw at least one false swipe. Yeah. Okay, it was more than fine. I don't think James is currently watching the stream, no. Oh, come on, Electabuzz. Oh, really? I don't even know. I've seen it before, but I don't remember what... Oh, come on, Electabuzz. What does it evolve into? Oh, Electivire, right. I mean, I guess you get another false swipe, so... I should probably be using Dusk Balls. I always forget that it's nighttime and those are effectively the better ball. Wow! I didn't even get one... What the fuck is Shockwave? Well... Oh, it's a never miss electric move? Alright. For a second, I thought it was a 2-turn wind-up move, and I missed, like, the charge-up somehow. Ouch. Ouch. Alright, well, I'm just gonna do something real quick here. Oh, no! Yep, I just realized. I know. I should just put in Flood. Well, R.I.P. I literally realized it as my muscle was contracting to press the button. Man, Sandstorm didn't really do anything for most of this Nuzlocke until finally this stream, where it not only killed a big, important enemy Pokemon, but also killed a catch. God damn it, James. Get out of my head. It's true. Live by the storm, die by the storm. Was it the second? It was above me. Oh, look, it's another Pee-Pee up. Anything up there? No. Dang it, James. Can I swim around that, I wonder? No, that's all blocked. Actually, I'm going to get off my bike. So that was a real trainer, and I currently have Slashly, who's hurted. I still have the Rotom as a backup electric, too, if I want. Or I could use my Eevee and evolve it via Thunderstone. Yeah, good old Orange Boy. Still #1 in our hearts. Why don't you get out there and see what's up? Oh no, James. My catch on this route was an Electabuzz, and I threw Thick Daryl in, not remembering that it had Sandstorm, and it killed the Electabuzz. So they were saying that was that's how Luxray evolved. It avoided maybe eventually being replaced. Oh, this is like a full-ass route. I sure would like to battle, sir. Let me guess that you just have some fish? Oh yeah, look, it's a fish. Electron, you know what to do with fish. Bite the fish. Oh my god, it missed on the 5% fucking... Don't start missing with Thunderfang. That's unacceptable. We already had a battle where it took us, like, 27... Oh, okay, here's the Gyarados. Ooh, I'm faster. Get fucked. Or it used a negative priority move or something, but... Tasty levels. The Electric Kitty. I mean, I'm just going to use this as an opportunity to give Electron easy experience here. I'm getting bored of fishing. Let's have a quick battle. You're not fishing right if you're getting bored of it. whole idea about fishing is you pay attention like 5%. Oh no, it scared the fish. Now that would be a very interesting YouTube video for us to make. The top 10 Nuzlocke Pokemon throughout the history of the D-pad. Like, Duh would have to be up there, because Duh fucking finished a Nuzlocke for, is it John, I think, or Rick? Maybe, I think Rick was Duh. Yeah, Thick Cheryl is not in a Nuzlocke, but Daryl is. And Daryl can carry the torch. Remoraid. Splashly has fucked so aggressively throughout this whole Nuzlocke as well. Is this the one that is super dodgy and annoying? No, it's basic. Oh, the top 10 Nuzlocke deaths would be a pretty good one too. It's a foregone conclusion. With unless I make a horrifying, stupid mistake in the rest of this one, we all know what the number one might be. Good job, Electron. Oh, Finian is the one that was dodgy, I think, right? No. This is just also a shitty fish. It's definitely one of the most used clips, I would say, on the D-pad. Take that, Fisherman George. And your face. Yeah, the shittiest fish that has the highest dodging capability I've ever seen. Except for that clip. Now, sometimes even I appreciate the longer flashback clips because, like, I didn't watch the D-pad years and years ago. Like, you know, a number of years ago I started watching, but, like, not that long ago, ultimately. So sometimes there's, like, a joke. It's like such a weird occurrence that sometimes on the channel we're, like, talking about something and somebody like makes an inside joke or a reference to something old and everybody's like ha 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 ha, and I just have to sit there and be like yes, that joke. Phoebus. Still just a fish. Seems very fast, but otherwise absolutely terrible. Yeah, a little post-clip editing might be in order, I suppose. It is true that every time we make a best of video, it kind of like collects clips that we might want to use in the future. All right, Krem Goblin, thank you for coming to the stream. Good luck. I was about to say have fun at your doctor's appointment. I don't know. I hope you make it there on time. Have a good night. See, this guy's got fishing. If I stare at the surface of the water long enough, I forget what I was even doing. All right. He leads right away with the Gyarados. I hope the doctor's waiting room has one of those wire with the little wooden beads on it things. Just push them all around, hither and thither. It's like an abacus, but with no rules and no math. They've got to have... I bet they have both, like, a proper name for that type of a toy, and there's also, like, a brand name of some kind, but I could not for the life of me remember what it is. Maybe somebody who's got Google open in another tab wants to do some sleuthing, because I would really like to know what the hell that they were called. Hooray, Electron! God, just bumping that attack up over and over again. So dangerous. So slow, but so dangerous. I feel like you could type in the phrase toy, wire, wooden, bead. I bet you could even include the word doctor's office, and that would help the search. But again, it's not necessarily confirmed that they have like a name for that. I just feel like there should be. Got a little baby child over here. Wire bead maze. I mean, that seems... You typed wire and wood and came up with doctor's office toy? So yes, the internet is on the same plane. Listen, can you tell me what kind of Pokemon you have? Well, I was going to show you, but then you decided to challenge me, little girl. Holly, if that is your real name. Who has a pretty high-level Remoraid. Oh yeah, Gurnfish. Aha! I've disarmed your Gurn with the power of lightning. You're so tough, I'm stunned. Sorry, Holly. Like I said, I would have showed you my Pokemons, but instead you decided to try to fucking fight me. What? Pikachu fan club? Pika Pika Pika? Pika Pika? Pokemon size contest. Big Pokemon wanted. Oh ho 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 ho. Oh ho 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 ho. Ho 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 ho. Hey, where's this? Where's the? Oh, it doesn't even show the weight and stuff in this section. It's in the Pokédex. Okay. I actually have to find out who is... Oh, fuck. I have to find out who is thicker. 123. 210. Oh, I can also search, apparently. Oh my god. The heavyweight Pokemon apparently is only 6 feet tall and only 660 pounds. I mean, Giratina has that beat hands down. It was like 22 feet and 1,800 pounds. Well, unfortunately for them, they might not fully understand the thickness of Daryl, but... Oh, look at this. Oh my gosh, another PP up. You're still good. Get that PP up. Okay, so I guess that might be the end of the fisherman's. Oh, we got some sailors over here who likely would have water Pokemon. But I think I'll go back to the beginning of the route. Oh, it is also past midnight. Well, everybody, you know what? I think we actually have accomplished quite a bit today. All in all, this has been a very successful session. Did all kinds of important shit. And we kind of are perfectly... Is this the... I think this is where I... Or is this the restaurant? Yeah, it's also midnight, and I gotta take care of some stuff before tomorrow. Oh, wait, no, it's in the transitional house. I'm gonna go do a quick heal. But yeah, it's midnight. We have a good place to stop, and also, at the beginning of the stream next time, we can go right out the door, do a bunch of trainer battles, find out whatever the fuck the Pikachu fan club is, and the size competition. So I think this is probably a pretty good time to call it here. I'll position myself on the route so we'll know where we are. Cool. All right. Well, once again, thank you to everybody who was here, and especially those who were sharing advice and help and opinions and things. I feel like I learn a huge amount about Pokemon every time I do one of these streams, which was kind of like one of the secondary reasons I was doing this Nuzlocke blind, was like, please teach me some shit. So thank you to everybody who contributed. If it was your first time tonight, I do this Nuzlocke on Wednesdays. Wednesdays is my night to stream. We also have a bunch more streaming that happens from other members of the D-Pad right here on this channel. Tuesdays and Thursdays with Rick, Mondays with Dave, and then also now this coming Saturday, I believe Dave will be continuing his Elden Ring adventure, the adventures of John F. Benadryl, who is a fascinating creature. You gotta go see what that's all about. And then Sundays we do big multiplayer games, but probably not this Sunday. Those alternate usually. We also have a YouTube channel. Check out the D-Pad over on YouTube, and a Discord that I will now use the thing to link so you can check it out. Thank you, everybody, for being here. We'll start, basically right here next week. We're on pace, and my Wednesday is clear, so we're good to go. Am I forgetting anything? Nope. All right. I hope we can all aspire to be as thick Daryl. Aside from that, be kind, be safe, be well, and I will see you all in the Discord and catch you on the next stream. Peace out, everybody.